Once again, the reason why 70% of Americans are against anything going on with Venezuela is because we're not providing them the information that they need so they can make informed decision on whether they support these moves or not. How many times have you heard this report that there were 2 capsized individuals stranded in the ocean that we rescued?
That is in contrast, for instance, to another strike that Secretary Hegseth described just yesterday in October, in which you had 2 survivors who were in that state. They were essentially just dog paddling in the water. And what happened on that strike? A U.S. vessel went and picked those survivors up and took them back to their home country. That's just an example of how our military makes these decisions based on the facts and circumstances of each particular case, consistent with laws and with the directive you just stated.
This is probably the first time most of you heard it, and it shouldn't be. Another thing that the left-wing media is sticking to now is intelligence stating that that boat wasn't necessarily headed to the United States. It may have been heading to Europe as its final destination. And I'll counter with this. Who cares where it's going? It's full of drugs. Does it matter if it's going to kill kids in Europe or in the United States? Why should we let it go to Europe? But let's listen to the report and see what they said.
We're learning additional details about what Admiral Bradley told lawmakers in those briefings and what they might have seen in the video. CNN reports that the admiral said the alleged drug traffickers killed in the September 2nd strike were heading to link up with another larger vessel that was bound for Suriname. That's according to 2 sources with direct knowledge of his remarks. MS Now has not independently confirmed that report.
Once again, who cares where that boat is headed? The fact is that that boat is loaded with drugs and needs to be eliminated. A lot of people continue to say, why aren't we just interdicting these boats? We've done that in the past, and has it worked? We've done it for decades, and it hasn't worked. Since we started these operations, since we started blowing up these boats, 91% reduction in drugs coming into the United States through waterways. This is the most effective method that we have to prevent that poison from coming into this country.